All right. So, where did we left?
We were, if we're looking at Trello, yeah, we just removed the dependencies. Then we did the unit test running. The unit test just ran, I remember.
Okay.
So should we continue on the to-dos? Upgrade to Swift 4.2?
Yeah. Let's tackle it.
Let's go.
Let's see how it goes. It's a big step usually not to do the migration, but let's see if we are lucky.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's not. So this was written in Swift 3.0, so it's a major break. So let's see.
But then Swift has what's the inbuilt migrator?
Yeah, I think if you go to the warnings of the project, it suggests. Conversion to Swift 4 is available if you. Yeah, it proposed. So it proposed to migrate everything in one go: the app, the tests, and the watchOS app. Let's try to see.
Let's see where it goes.
Okay.
See, I never know what this means when I'm.
So, minimize inference is the recommended mode, and match Swift 3.0. I think the other one, the first one, is what you should do. So you annotate the methods that are called from Objective-C with the @Object-C annotation.
So
if you are familiar with
that.
Yeah,
so it does that.
So you need to put that prefix. The other one match the old behavior. So like that, maybe it's easier to migrate. So you can do one first step where you migrate to the syntax and then you migrate this remaining part. But let's try to do
Okay, yeah, I'm happy.
Let's see. We can always revert.
Yes.
Manual steps. Okay. Yeah, I'm not familiar with that.
View migration.
Let's try to see.
See what it is.
Yeah, but yeah, it's adding that attribute at Objective-C.
Okay, so we
it's
have
after
that,
the fact. After the fact. Okay.
Get some major thunder.
Yeah.
Alright, so
it
failed. I'm lost at when we asked to convert.
Yeah, in the next step. Yeah, this is always. I don't know. It's strange.
If we went next and then.
Yeah, manual steps needed. Convert. Okay.
All selected targets build successfully with the currently configured. Okay, so.
Yeah,
one of our targets isn't building successfully.
That's not true because we ran everything before.
Not necessarily. Did we run?
Let's try. Are we in a git clean status? Maybe because it's building for the device, so it doesn't have the signing entities.
So if we just
set
go for
a simulator. Because I remember, it built the watchOS extension and also the app. So, and we ran. We
ran the test, but then did we run?
Yeah, we ran the both tests and also the watchOS app.
Okay, so that's.
I think that. Let's try to run the converter again.
Okay, so where are we?
There are two ways to invoke, or if you go to editor and then convert, it also migrates the syntax.
I've only ever done it this way, so I've never looked. But okay, so
now it's trying to build and try to generating the preview. Okay,
it looks like we passed that stage.
Yeah, the helping is not.
But how far back does the migrator go? Like if you had a Swift 1 version?
You need to install an older version of Xcode, then migrate from 1 to 2, then from 2 to 3, then from 3 to 4.
I guess that actually must happen.
I had to do a project, and was actually easier to do that way, to do step-by-step migration with older versions of Xcode.
But how long does that take overall?
Overall, it was a small application, so it took 2 hours. But I had the other migrations in bigger applications doing the major changes, for example, from 2 to 3, where we spent more than 2 days, and we introduced bugs that were only found in a later stage was really difficult. But now is even from 3.0 to 4 is not a lot. The bigger one is from 1 to 2.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And then from 2 to 3, what they call the grand renaming, where they completely rename all the APIs. That was really...
Yeah, okay, here, this is just like... That one,
it uses an enum. Okay. In here it also uses an enum.
Similar. New way to init MK coordinates.
Yeah, the make was legacy, was deprecated. Yeah, I don't know why they put the dot in it. I always take it out, but I don't know.
What, so instead just having...
Yeah, just taking the dot in it because you are calling the construction.
Why? Yeah, why?
I don't know.
But okay,
that's a nice thing to search. But I saw some other developers using it as well. We can search like why, if there are some advantage of doing that.
No, it must just be for naming, right? Or
yeah, but instead of doing like, I don't know, when you instantiate, for example, an image, instead of doing UI image and then
brackets,
calling the constructor,
just UI image dot
init, and then maybe for the autocomplete, it's faster that way. I don't know. I have no idea.
I think it's... I don't know.
We can try to search if there is an advantage or something.
Okay, so what's happening here?
Okay, in here it's using the enum. And then it's creating that from the raw value. We need to simplify this code because right now we can pass the enum directly.
Wait, so here? What? Okay. We can now pass this as for.video.
Yeah.
And that would work.
Exactly.
Okay, so...
Because what it's actually doing is creating an enum and then using that raw value of that enum to...
I'm trying to work out why that happened, if you get me.
Yeah, because they are separated in two variables. So I think the way that a migrator works is like that. It's not that smart that does this all the... Okay, this variable is used after, so I will change the type. Because it doesn't have the type annotation, huh?
Yeah, that's super cool. So what we want to do is just put .video.
Yeah, but we can
do
that after. Yeah,
definitely.
We have everything in source control, so we know. For example, in here, introduce a local variable.
Yeah, it seems a lot's going on. Okay, firstly, the functions changed.
Maybe we can disable the stretch. Quit. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I will just see the other things and leave this too. Yeah. Let's. What? So much code. And here seems that it's doing some other like enum strange thing, like converting and from raw values to case. We need to study this.
Wait, no, I think these are helping this up here.
Yeah, exactly.
So why? Okay, so yeah, we have.
So it's like unpacking that dictionary that you received to get that key from the dictionary in a safe way. Let's say safely typed way.
Okay.
Then let's.
So you're saying come back to this one, the report controller, and then also in the interface controller we can make a change. Yeah. Okay, so then final things for checking. Yeah. Okay, that's just a renaming of. Yeah. But also doing the .init twice.
Yeah. We can also look into that. But let's try to save and see if
save.
Yeah, see if it runs. Let's try to run the test that we have. It doesn't give a lot of confidence, but yeah, Command T, sorry.
Command T, yeah. As we were saying, like it's just getting used to someone else's system.
Yeah, so it doesn't compile.
Yeah, in the report controller, the stuff that was going on.
And this is also a function introduced by the convert AV media type. What is this function? The function in line 28. What is that? Can you go to the definition?
So yeah, that's.
It's also another Why they are doing this thing?
I think
Let's
it's...
try to understand. You cannot do like what you're saying. Just do .video and that's it. Can we try it?
Yeah, but I think it's because it's 2 lines again. And then because we use the string, then they make it a string from... So I believe if we put just .video here...
but it had another warning, say that the label was wrong. So I think now it's request access. Yeah. If you clicked on that, now it should be... 4, and then the completion handle.
Okay.
So they drop the media type. Yeah. And here if you do what you are doing, like .video.
And then okay, so because it was 4, then it didn't change this from a string.
Okay, interesting.
And then because of that, it made the other...
But then it means that we can remove this line 28 and also the helper functions, no?
Yeah, so we can remove one of the helper functions there. I don't know if we can remove the other ones yet. Because we haven't done the UI
okay, you're right.
Okay, so that's one.
Okay.
And that should work.
It's been used in there as well. Authorization status.
Okay, so then...
We need to replace a lot of that AV media type with .video.
Just .video again.
Okay, perfect. Much simpler.
The
migrator is not perfect, but... Okay. Did it run the test?
That was just running.
Just running the app. Okay. Then we can look at it.
Okay, so that one's that one done.
Mm-hmm.
Would you commit at this point, or would you then?
Not because we're not sure if it works. I don't know.
So how do you show it works? You do test?
Yeah. So one way to do it. The other time we were doing like manual testing, no?
Yeah.
So we were launching the app and see if it was working. If it was a big app, you will need to go to a lot of screens. In this case, it's a simple app, so you could just try to test it. Another way
and take a photo.
Yeah. Another way to do it would be to write, for example, a very granular UI test, just like recording using the app, and see that it does what you expected.
What was expected before?
No? Like that you don't need to run the app, you just run the test and you get this feedback loop very quickly. I don't know. What strategy do you prefer? Do you want to try to write this UI test? But that should be done, we can stash this stage, this
go back, write the UI test.
And then apply this. And then run the UI test. We can do that as well.
See, I know personally I wouldn't do the UI test, but then that's like the way like I am now. And I want to try the UI test, even though...
Okay, then let's try to just do a git stash.
Okay,
so we don't lose this work that we've done. No? We don't throw it away.
GS.
I don't know the git stash, to be honest. It's not like so common to do, so I just wrote it stash.
I'm just getting...
I should learn it. Yeah.
Okay, and then go back.
Yeah, why is it not clean still? It's still yellow. Can you do git status to see?
That was GS maybe.
Okay. This should be actually in the git ignore. We can add it.
Okay, so how do you add to the git ignore? By open?
Yeah, I just copy this directory here and then edit the git ignore file.
Okay, so
if you want, you can use Atom or Vim or whatever.
Oh wait, so like manually open up. So how
you
do
can
I open?
You can also do git ignore and then git space ignore. I think add or like that. I think like that it works.
Yeah.
I know. Then how it is git. I think there is a way to do that, but it's not in Git itself. It's a plugin for Git. So I don't have it.
Okay, so what we want to do is open then the git ignore.
Yeah.
How do you open from Fastpipe?
From here, or you can do I have an atom, so you do atom and the name of the file, or the name of the editor. .git ignore starts.
Yeah.
Yeah, for example.
Nice. Okay, so.
And you just, but actually it is in here, so it's strange.
Then
but,
what?
I don't know
this
why.
This is XC shared data, not XC user data.
Okay.
Maybe that's it. So what, you reckon just that?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I believe so. Let's try to see. If you do git status.
Wait, is there a git
GST.
GST.
Yeah, that's pretty...
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah, it works.
Okay, so we were now going to...
Yeah, just add that with git add all, or git add dot, or git add the name of the file.
Yeah.
But with a space. Git add, and if the dot is everything in this directory.
Everything. Okay, so...
And then, it's added to the stage.
And then do we have to git stash now?
No, now you need to commit.
Okay, so... How is it commit?
Yeah, it's like that. You want to write everything in here, so it's, if you want to pass a message, .m, m, sorry.
M?
Yeah, and then the message, the commit message. So the way codes like update git ignore. I don't know. You could be more clear, but it's not really important.
So instead of updated git ignore, update git ignore.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, interesting. So now we are in git clean. We still have our changes there stashed.
Yeah.
We can try to write the UI test.
Okay,
so one easy way to do this, we already have the target of UI test defined, so we don't need to define it. It's just in that, go inside that test example and use the recording function. And there is the recording. So this will launch our app. You can put even side by side with the emulator, so you can see the code that it's generating.
Okay, so wait, would you do that by...
Yeah. So now, if you interact with
I'm not available in split view. My bad.
I have size up, so if you do like...
yeah, I've always wondered how you did this.
So this tree, Control Alt Command, and you can move like in Windows.
It's just cool.
And this is really small utility called size up. It's really cool.
Size up.
Yeah. And now you can interact. For example, in here, click the allow. You see, and it's written this code. For example, it got the alert that said allow, and then the button allow, and then tap it.
Yes.
For example, we can tap like a pin to see that it works. So you see, it tap that pin. Yeah, and it crashed. Timestamp event matching error. Interesting. So if you open another app, it doesn't.
We can't
work.
do a UI test. Okay.
Yeah, but it's okay. It's okay. At least we have something. If you click the prendi, the other, I know it completely stopped the recording. Okay, that's interesting. If you hit it again, okay. If you try the one of the other buttons,
down here.
Yeah.
It's because they're all taking us out of the app, right?
Yeah, but that's okay actually. So yeah. So now we can stop the execution. So yeah, this is really like broad the way that we wrote, because now we can refactor the generated code because it has some duplication. It's not really legible. I don't know if for now is important. Yeah, we can remove the duplication in this line. Yeah, it's only doing...
We don't need to do it twice.
No. So if we try to run this now, we actually don't need the first 14 line because now we get permission.
Yeah.
I don't know if it will fail or not. Can we see the emulator? What is doing? Yeah, I think it failed because it didn't, if you go back, it failed because it didn't found that allow dialog, because we already gave permission.
Buttons to allow, okay,
yeah. So you can delete, because this is more a test to support. We are going to delete it in the end when we are done with the migration, just to like support us now while we are doing the migration.
Yeah.
So we don't need to like open the app and do these kind of things. Yeah, so it passes. So for example, if we go back to the application code and try to, I don't know, comment out some part of the code that, for example, gets the bike, in the service.
In the service?
Yeah. Try to, like, for example, I don't know, comment.
Get a bike station?
Yeah, comment out that. If you run, like, for example, now all the tests.
Oh, yeah, command C, I remember.
Yeah. Yeah, it's running the tests. It will not find the... Okay, the test failed. So, you get the idea, no? If it was, for example, imagine that it was an e-commerce application.
Yeah.
No, not this simple one. What I will do is take the most important business use case.
Yeah.
In that case will be...
Just buying something.
Buying something.
Yeah.
So it should go from finding an article, buying it, check out, and finishing the order.
Yeah.
No? And the right, you say, but like that you're not covering all the app, maybe you break something in the settings. Yeah. No? And yeah, it's like, it's a trade-off. You could spend a lot of time in this part, like covering with a lot of tests. Depends the degree of confidence that you want to have.
Yeah.
For example, for this app, for me it's pretty okay. It gives me some confidence that we didn't like broke the app compiles. I can still find a bike station. That is the main use case of this app. And I didn't spend 2 hours one day doing that. I only spent like 10 minutes.
Just a second. Like,
no?
Yeah.
And it gives us more, how do you say? It makes us go fast. Because now we don't need to open the emulator, go to select, check it. Yeah. We just do Command T, run this, we get a green bar, and we move on. And we don't lose focus about what we are doing, the task that we are doing at the moment.
And so what it's saying is, you get the app, there is a button called this, you can tap on that button, and then there's another button called this, and you can tap on that button.
Exactly.
And that's all it's saying. It's just checking those two buttons exist, and you can tap
tap on them.
And once you tap on one, then the other exists.
So in this case, is clicking the pin of one bike station, and then clicking the button that takes you to one bike. So it's pretty broad, but it was also really easy to do. So this trade-off was really, you could like do a much more complicated scenario. If it was a more critical application, you will do like cover a lot of like not one use case, but a lot of use case. Maybe the login, maybe the payment, maybe the sign up, maybe whatever they want. Maybe modifying an existing order.
And would you say with UI tests, you use UI tests for like the basics, so you don't cover your whole app with UI tests?
No, because they seem very cool once you've done it and once you write it, but they have this problem that they are really costly to maintain. Because if in here we are testing like the logic, for example, the nearest station, it doesn't make sense to test this logic here because it will be tying like with the presentation logic to be a mess. So if we change something in the UI, now we don't offer, for example, this button to get to the bike. No, we have
then that test fails.
That test fails. So you need to go here, update the labels, change the test, and also to write this properly, you need to invest a lot of time. And usually they are also, since they are testing as a black box, so they are testing like if the user was tapping, they are using the real service. No, if for example the service that we are using to getting the bikes is down or delays like 2 more seconds because it waits for a timeout. I don't know how much is the default timeout, but it failed after 8 seconds. Imagine that this service, for some reason, our network was down in that period, it will fail that test. And we will be, the test fails. Let's try to see what is the problem. And then, actually it was not a problem, was the internet was down. But you start to like lose confidence in this test.
Yeah, so it's not as
It's
secure.
very flaky.
Yeah.
So I will try to, you're familiar with the pyramid of testing,
Yes.
where you have like manual testing on top, customer testing, and these acceptance testings. So I will try to minimize this kind of test and do it more like a smoke test, like to see, okay, sanity checking, this very important flow is working, I'm sure.
But yeah.
But keeping to a minimum because of these reasons.
Okay, that's really cool. Should we name this test? Or we even keep?
Yeah, we are out of time for the first Pomodoro.
Okay.
Yeah, I forgot to set up the timer. That's